Hey guys, Chaos here, and welcome back to some more Pokemon Ultraviolet. Since the last part, I went and grabbed Kyle, slapped Flash on him, just so he can light up our way and light up our pathway. I just said that twice. Rock Cave is exceptionally dark. It was actually a lot easier. Wow, this reveals everything. It's actually a lot easier to do in the original game. Oh, sweet, a Matcha! Nice. This guy, yeah, this is pretty good. Gonna name this guy Lance. I don't know why, but whenever I play Mystery Dungeon, maybe I should play that one time. Let's play that. Just Red Rescue Team. I don't know if I do the others. I don't like the others as much. Whenever I play Red Rescue Team and get Machop, you always pick Lance. But I digress. I'd always name the Machop Lance. I might do a playthrough of it. I'll think about it. I don't know. I've never really liked the other games as much as I like the first game. The first game to me, I still think is the best. Although I did like the, I still haven't played Explorers of the Sky or the new one yet. So I don't know. I don't really like how the new one looks. It being all 3D and stuff. I mean, it's cool and whatnot. It's just not the same. It seems to me like it just looks like it has a completely different feel, and I always like the sprite based stuff, so having all 3D what's it called, sprites and stuff, or actually these are going to be models and stuff like that. I mean, it's cool and all, but I don't know, I feel like the game's gonna get from its roots. I haven't played it yet. I really liked the friend zones in the first game. I always thought that was really kind of cool. I mean, it made it harder for recruiting people. I liked how you could continue recruiting people after you've already had 4 people. I thought that was really good in the next game. And I just felt like the game was harder overall, had much more to it. It just seemed like a better game overall to me. It, like, literally, like, after game, there's just so much more to do. I mean, in every game after I beat it, I always end up grinding to level 100 before I get to the next one. It's the only game that I ever really get Pokemon to level 100 in. Oh, shit. Gotta be careful about that. Gotta be careful. Surprisingly enough, there's items in here, but yeah, they're hidden. Or actually, I don't think there is any hidden items in this place. It doesn't show on the thing that I have. Going back to Mystery Dungeon. God, I love those games. I felt like one had such a better, like, Red Rescue Team. I mean, the Explorers games, they were pretty good. I did like the whole kind of base idea. It had some, I don't know, some of its mini games were alright, I guess. I mean, I did enjoy them. I played through them quite a few times. It did have a pretty good storyline, I have to admit. But it wasn't anything like the first game, and I always felt like it was missing something. I mean, because shit. God damn it, this is what happens when I get distracted. Damn it, we lost Kyle. God damn it. Oh, I only grinded him like 5 levels, but still. It hurts to lose somebody. These guys are my friends. I don't want them to go away. Let's see. What was I gonna say? I really like the what's it called? Storyline in number 1. Cause it felt actually pretty deep. I mean, like politics and stuff like that, and racism, and just fear. God, goodbye, Mark. Gonna give a shout out to Mark Nutt. Let's take a look at Lance. Bashful. Yeah, you're coming with us, buddy. I'll grind you later. But I really liked the friend zones where you had to go to recruit people. You actually, God, I didn't forget to heal. We actually had to, like, buy them and stuff like that from Wigglytuff. And one thing I've never really been able to tell is if the Wigglytuff from the first game is the Wigglytuff from the second game. One thing I would have liked to see is if there was some sort of, like, relationship between the first and the second game, but nothing else is ever said. It could be a completely different continent, and that's why. But nothing's ever really said, and you're kind of left in the dark as to what kind of happens. I mean, great games. I really I don't know. It's part 1 or Mystery Red Rescue Team. It's always gonna hold a part in my soul or part in my heart. I mean, that's like the one game that I have put hours and hours and hours and hours into, and there's still some of the dungeons I've never beat. I don't think I've ever beaten any of the Celebi dungeon. But it's just a fantastic game. I really, really like it. And it's difficult to where it was enjoyable. I mean, I don't know, I've never played the games, but take for example Dark Souls, or actually better yet, something I actually have knowledge on is Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter is a hard game in the beginning when you first learning it. Like, when you first start playing the game, you're gonna get decimated by anything that moves, pretty much. You don't understand, like, but you learn. It's a learning game, really, because when you start out, you're fighting a monster. You're fighting, let's say, like, because it's really just a game that shows progression, and it's really kind of like you're gonna learn through this adventure kind of game. Because you start out fighting something like, I'm just gonna use Try as an example. The Great Jaggy. The Great Jaggy is your first big monster that you really kind of fight. Basically, and the first time you fight that, you're pretty kind of scared of it. It has a lot of moves, and then the more you fight it, the more you learn its patterns. You learn what to look for. You learn how to fight it, and you pretty much just eventually you just get, and then you build stuff off of it, and you have its weapons that it's made out of, and you're just not afraid of it anymore. And then after that happens, you move on to something else. Say something like, I'm gonna switch into Freedom Unite, for example. Because you go from something like the Yankaku, and you'll fight it, and you'll get really good at fighting it, and then you go on to the next monster, which is, something like the Yangaruga. Actually, a really good example is the Yangaruga and the Rathian. The Yangaruga has a lot of similar moves, because, well, actually, you can take your knowledge from fighting the Yankaku into the Yangaruga, because it's kind of the same monster. It has a lot of the similar moves, and then, the Yangaruga shares a lot of similar moves with the Rathian. And from Rathian, you can learn how to fight Rathian, because you learn a lot of tells, because it has a lot of the same charges, has the same fireball attacks, and it kind of moves the same way. So, and then when you get to fight in the Rathian, you kind of know what you're going to be doing, because you're fighting a monster that you're already very familiar with. You understand its moves, you understand what to look for. A lot of monsters have this 90-degree spin tail swipe that I hate so much, but almost every single monster has it. And you pretty much know when they're going to do it, because you see them start to turn. They stand and then they'll start turning. And from that, you already know what to expect and what you need to do. Usually the best thing to do is either get away from them or get underneath them. That's usually the best thing to do in my experience. And then you can just kind of wail on them more. Pretty much Monster Hunter is learning. You're pretty much learning to find openings, especially if you're a great sword user, because a great sword, to use it to its full potential, you need to find openings where the monster is going to stand still long enough for you to get a level 3, to get a great sword's charge off. And a great sword's charge usually is 3 or 4 seconds of you standing there, and you're pretty much hoping it doesn't move, because by the time you're done, you're going to hit it with, it's going to do a lot of damage. And pretty much, it's probably one of the strongest weapons in the game. Well, in my opinion, because I use it a lot. And then there's something else, like, for example, the Lance. The Lance doesn't have that high of attack power compared to something like the Greatsword, but it does a lot of damage. Because what it does, you get 3 stabs off in rapid succession. So say it does 300 damage, that's 900 damage per combo. And you get those off because it's pretty much stab, stab, jump, stab, stab, jump, stab, stab, jump. And you could pretty much, if they're in a trap, you can get around 3 rounds of just combos off. And that's damage there. That's doing damage. Pretty much the entire game is learning monsters, learning their openings, and learning how to fight them. Because your first times, and then you find it, you stab it, you make it into a nice hat, which is pretty cool. But it's a game that really shows progression, because as you go through the game, your gear and your gear and your weapons get upgraded, and using monsters that you fought. And so it really just shows progression, and it's a really, really in-depth game and stuff like that. Oh my god, I went into full rant mode there. I'm sorry. I don't know. I guess I just like actually talking about things that I know what I'm talking about. In Onyx. Fight. But, looks like we're going to have to go for some length on this episode. I don't know, it took me so long. I think it's because we lost Kyle and I got sad. But, oh god, man, Veronica, carrying the team. Can you say put the team on your back? Dad. I'm just excited for the next town because it has some of my favorite music in the game. Outsiders like you. I get no respect. You think that when you're dead you'll get respect? Yeah. Great. And this guy has a Grappler, which is a evolved form of Geodude, which can be traded to evolve. But in this game, I think he took out Locksmith Army, took out Trade Evolutions. Now then, where is the guy that I'm looking for? Did I miss him? No, I couldn't have missed him. No, I know where he is. We're very close to the end right now, actually. Jigglypuff. Hit it with a gust. God dang, disabled. Alright then, finish the old-fashioned way. Would you, did you? Pidgey, would you? Switching into Monty. Get that slash off. Slice. Slice. Another slash. Gotta love slash. It's one of my favorite normal type attacks. It's just so useful. This guy. Yeah. Slides are a threat. Can you imagine Bulldoze somebody like, wow! Total terror. Yep. I am going to teach that to Monty. Give him just more damage. More power. Where. I love how this dungeon is only 3 floors, yet everything is so interconnected. That's something I always thought Nintendo did a very good job on, was just kind of keeping everything interconnected and just kind of like, I mean, because this could be like 12 floors, really, like each of these floor, but it's all just 2 floors, just separated out, and I think they did a fantastic job of it. I always got to give Nintendo credit for map design. And one thing I always wonder is how they when they made this game is like how they mapped everything. Because there's like map editors out now, and I've always wondered if they kind of did it the same thing, like tile by tile, like us, or they just have something special game designer thing to do. I wonder if Nintendo actually ever plays any of the ROM hacks. I doubt it because they're all in English, and there's a lot in Spanish. Because there's a very, very big Spanish ROM hack community. I mean, Barro, who made Quartz, is Spanish. Actually, I think he's in Spain. He's Spanglish. Wait. Switching into Mandy here. Just gonna get this done faster. She could use some XP. She hasn't been used too much. Hasn't been getting very much screen time. And more Slowpoke. This guy is just quite slow. This is just a long knockdown drag out fight. Cooper. Hey, don't try anything funny in the dock. It's bright as balls out here, lady. It's bright as balls. I'm holding this shining cat up. It's just like, goddamn, not minimize. Minimize raises your accuracy or your evasion quite high. Fun fact is though, if you use Stomp on an opponent that's used minimize, it'll just do a ton of damage. It like doubles its damage. Pitch. Monty. I'm actually going to put Lance away simply because we already have a fighting type and we should be getting some new stuff here relatively soon. Slash. God, Monty is just putting the team on his back. You know, I think the longest living team member actually is Mandy right now. It's the only original, the OD of the OG. God damn it, no. Whew. You see, get a Mega Drain, get my health back up. Right here is a Shiny-Izer, I believe. Yeah, Shiny-Izer. So, yeah. For this area. So, yeah, it's kind of at the end. Oh, well. But, yeah. Still, if you're willing to wait to catch your Pokemon, it's relatively, if you want your Shinies. Shine. I don't know why I'm doing stutter-stepping everything. Stutter step. Oh, God. Oh, you want to gust off? I will be a Gustus Whirlwind? No. It just makes the opponent switch out, but, I don't know. I'm lazy. It's like, you want to switch out? Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead. You do it. You do it. You do whatever you want. You do whatever you want, but don't you come crying to me when you need to get slapped. And then there's these. I can't tell if that's sand or if it's just something else, but it looks nice. The only downside of coming out here is that you gotta dodge all these people. Damn it! Actually, I probably could have ended it off right there, but oh well. No, you're getting more of me. Oh, great, Slowpoke. Alright, let's go for it. Go. Gust! Okay, crap. Yawn will put you to sleep on the next turn. It's annoying. Very annoying. But welcome to Lavender Town. One of my favorite towns in the game. Some of the best music in the game. Just so scary, creepy. And I normally I hate scary, creepy, but this is just definitely one of my favorite music. I was just listening to this a minute ago. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm Chaos Justice signing off. Peace, love, and a sort of talk. This is Chaos out. Peace.